Hi, my name is Augie Wellborn, and thank you for joining me. I'm going to be doing a series of videos entitled Kidney Stones, Kidney Infections, and UTIs, a journey of frustration and enlightenment. I am not a doctor, so nothing that I say here is to be considered medical advice. These are just my insights, my story, my thoughts of my experiences of dealing with my kidney stones and kidney infections and UTIs for the last 40 some odd years. In the beginning, I only had episodes that happened every 4 or 5 years apart, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Maybe pass a stone, end up in the hospital for a day or two or a week. Never had any kind of surgeries. That all changed in the mid-90s. So it got more intense and a little bit longer, and I had surgeries. And then everything was okay for another 3 or 4 years, and I had another major episode which put me in the hospital for about 38 days. I had surgeries, moved back to Las Vegas, and wasn't in Las Vegas more than a couple of days, and I passed a stone. I literally passed that one. It was pretty excruciating, but I stayed home, didn't go to the hospital. After a while, you get to the point where you don't want to go to the hospital anymore because you still want to deal with them. Then it started where I was in the hospital probably every month for a couple of days, a week. This went on for 4 or 5 years. No more, actually, and it progressively got worse and worse and worse and worse, to the point where the past couple of years I have been in and out of the hospital every single month, at least 4 or 5 times, for an ongoing infection they could never get under control, for a kidney stone that was passing, they'd go in and get it out. Basically, I got to the point where I was being treated for my symptoms more than anything else. So anyway, that's getting ahead of myself. First of all, real quick, I want to tell you what kidney stones are. Okay, there are 5 types. The first one's actually called a bladder stone. It obviously forms in the bladder. It forms because of stagnated urine in your bladder, which can be caused by a very bad UTI, urinary tract infection, or kidney or bladder infection. Now, it's basically the same thing as a regular kidney stone, but it's just in the bladder. Okay, the next one is the most common stone, which is the calcium oxalate stone. They can be caused by eating too much taking in too much calcium or vitamin D. They can also be caused by certain medications, taking too many vitamins, the tablet vitamins that you see in the store, and of course genetics and other kidney problems. Specific kidney diseases can cause this also, but genetics play a lot of part in that. Now, the next one is a struvite stones. Struvite stones are mostly women get these. Men do get them too, but mostly women. They can be grown but very, very large. They can damage the kidney because of how big they get. 9 times out of 10, if you get one that big, it's surgery. There's no more break. You can't break it up. If they can't break it up small enough to let it pass, so they have to go in and get it out. Now, having a lot of kidney infections actually causes that also. Like I said, it's mostly women, but men do get them too. The next one is your uric acid stones. These stones may be caused by eating too much animal protein. If you eat a lot of red meat and your family is prone to kidney stones, if you've had a kidney stone and you're still eating a lot of red meat, stop. Okay. The last one is cystine stones. These stones are very rare. They're mostly caused by a kidney disease called cysturia. I think that's how you pronounce it. And it's a genetic thing. I get basically all 5 of these stones. That's how bad my family was. I got the Marine Corps and I got kidney stones. Okay, that's what stones are. Basically, what happens is your kidney doesn't process all the minerals that your body, fluids you're taking through. The kidneys are like a filter. Well, if they're not working properly, things get left behind. These salts, these uric acids, these calcium deposits, they bind together. And as with the cystine stones, where it's they're like crystals. Okay, they all bind together and they grow. Once they get in there, if they don't move out, they get in these little pockets of your kidney, the little outside shape of your kidney. They get in there and they just grow. They can be anywhere from a grain of sand to the size of a golf ball. They can be round like a pebble or a BB. They can be shaped, jagged edges like a sticker. little sticker plants you see in the yards. You run through your barefoot and wish you hadn't. They can be called what they call a staghorn kidney stone. If you look that up, you'll find it looks like a stag's horn. And what it is, it starts growing and it just flowers out into the branches, the pathways of your kidney, and of course that's surgery time. Okay, that's basically what kidney stones are. Anybody can get them. I mean, men and women. If anybody in your family has had kidney stones, you basically are prone to them. In other words, you can get them. You may never get them, but if you have a family history of them, someone in your family has gotten them, then it's time to really pay attention to what you're eating. Just watch what you're doing. Also, these stones can actually cause infections. Okay, they have bacteria growing on them and in them. They rip your kidneys as they move through your kidneys and your urethra and your ureter, and they can cause bacteria to build up. That bacteria turns into infections. And an infection itself, even without a stone, is very painful also. I found this out the hard way. I would also go in quite a few many times and there'd be no stone there, but I'd be in intense pain. It turns out I had a raging infection. And then later on I found out I had a stone stuck somewhere that's starting to move. Anyway, getting away from the subject. That's what stones are. Okay? Alright, next we're going to talk about treatments of stones. So stay tuned.